main story tonight concerns credit reports. The basis for the single most important three-digit number in your whole life, other than, of course, 311, the Beatles of rap rock. Measuring credit enables businesses to know who to lend to. It's critical to our economy, and it always has been.
Millions of people use credit to buy the things that add up to a better living.
Well, there's sure a lot of things that I'd like to buy for better living. How about giving me a little credit?
Nobody gives you credit, John. It's something you have to earn.
To earn credit, first you have to develop your character. You have to have capacity to pay your bills. And third, you need some capital. Scoring high on these 3 C's is essential to earn a good credit rating.
Of course, back then, there was a 4th C determining your access to credit, namely what colour you were. It's a little bit weird that one didn't make the movie. But you might be surprised at just how many aspects of your life your credit reports can affect. Because it's not just banks deciding whether to lend you money, it's also landlords deciding whether to rent you an apartment, insurers setting your rates, and even employers using it to decide whether or not to hire you.
47% of employers do conduct credit checks on new potential hires, and it is legal if the employer gets permission from the applicant.
That's right, nearly half of employers delve into credit histories when hiring. And just look on Craigslist, because you'll find credit checks are required in all sorts of job listings, from managing a Benihana in Cincinnati to this one, which reads, "Who runs those fireworks tents? It could be you. Application with good credit check required," which is clearly ridiculous. They don't need to bring credit into that job. They just need to ask the question, "What do you think of fireworks?" and then hear the answer, "Fireworks are fucking sick, bro. I fucking love lighting those fuckers." The only 3 digits they need to see are the ones on that person's 2 hands. There are 3 big credit reporting firms: Equifax, Experian and TransUnion. All 3 aggressively market their products for uses beyond lending. For instance, listen to how Experian convinces employers that your credit may reflect your future job performance.
If you manage your credit well, then it's very likely you're going to manage the company's money well.
Yeah, is it though? Because, look at me, my credit is probably fine, but I routinely waste HBO's money on stupid costumes, pyrotechnic displays, and checkered dress shirts. I clearly cannot manage this company's money well. Now, as for TransUnion, their website explicitly states that credit reports help employers make decisions quickly and easily when deciding on potential candidates, which is a little surprising given this exchange between a representative from TransUnion and an Oregon legislator.
What is the evidence that there's a strong correlation between accessing an applicant's credit history and eventual problems of loss to the employer or to the clients, I guess, in that case?
I would say that at this point, we don't have any research to show any statistical correlation between what's in somebody's credit report and their job performance or their likelihood to commit fraud.
OK, so they admit there is no evidence of a correlation, which does make sense, because a good credit score could mean you're unlikely to commit fraud, but it could also mean that you're so fucking amazing at it, you've never been caught. And incidentally, not 30 seconds later, that guy said this.
Given all things equal between 2 or 3 job applicants, if a person has a high amount of debt versus somebody who doesn't, and all things other being equal, well, maybe they want to consider that.
So wait, he's saying there's no proof of a correlation, but you're free to imagine that there is, which is not a strong argument. I can imagine that eating alphabet soup will increase my vocabulary. That does not make it indubitable. Oh, indubitable! I knew I ate a lot of letters yesterday. Indubitable! But look, giving too much credence to credit reports as a measure of character may be a big mistake. First, over half the debt on credit reports comes from medical expenses, and it seems unfair to judge someone for that. No one chooses to be sick, with the possible exception of Julianne Moore taking a run at Best Actress. But also,